or Rangers? Saints, you remember, took the honours in last Sunday's league rehearsal for this match, but can lightning really strike twice for them, or are we on course for an Old Firm final? Rob McLean is your commentator.
If you've beaten Rangers last Sunday, there's no great reason to change your team. That's the view of St Johnstone manager Sandy Clark, who fields the 11 who started that 3-1 victory. John McQuillan wasn't considered because of injury. For recovering John O'Neill, the big match has come too soon. Miguel Simao has to start on the bench. Here's the lineup with John Paul McBride returning to Celtic Park to start only his third game for the Perth team as strike support to Roddy Grant. Another youngster who keeps his place is 19-year-old Kieran McInnesby. Skipper Jim Weir plays his second match of the season. Two changes in the Rangers team after losing their second match on the trot. Craig Moore is ineligible. His place goes to Colin Hendry, returning to the side for the first time in 11 weeks. And World Cup winner Stefan Gibash replaces Jonathan Johansson. Gibash will be the main striker with 24-goal Rod Wallace foraging around in the deeper areas. There's lots of attacking potential from midfield. Kanchelskis, Van Bronckhorst, Alberts, McCann, and Rangers will hope Hendry adds some stability to a defence that looked distinctly dodgy last weekend. The referee for St Johnstone Rangers is Jim McCluskey. It's St Johnstone who start the second of the Tennis Scottish Cup semi-finals. The prize, a place at Hampden on the 29th of May, and both these teams know already Celtic will be the opposition. Good interception by Sergio Porrini. Rangers still smarting from a 3-1 defeat at Perth last weekend. St Johnstone have never beaten Rangers in the Scottish Cup competition, but their belief boosted by that outcome at McDermott Park last Sunday, which Jim Weir scored the opening goal. His throw flicked on by Kane, and Bronckhorst couldn't get a clean shot at it. Held up by McInnesby. Immediately wants it back from Gary Bola. Again, no. Porrini very quick to react. McInnesby, just 19. In for McBride, 20-year-old. And Bronckhorst's pass to Kanchelskis. Important, these opening stages. Sandy Clark knows it was a big psychological boost for St Johnstone to win a week ago. Jim Weir looking for O'Halloran. McCann, Gibash, now Vidmar. Rod Wallace screaming for it in the middle. He's the target, headed away by Kernichan. Looking for it. Gibash, the shot. Might have been dangerous. It was bouncing in front of Alan Main. And with the amount of rain that's fallen, it's always liable to skid towards the target. But a good, confident clutch by the Scotland squad keeper. Back from Gibash to Hendry. A lot of the play at the moment going through Colin Hendry. The pass there cut out by Kane. Now Alberts. Gibash trying to get away from Dodds. Kanchelskis heading outside Boland, takes a tumble. McInnesby and Boland both involved in the attempt here to stop the run to the byline of Kanchelskis. There's a nudge there from McInnesby, dangerous, just inside the area. Vidmar and Alberts rolled through in the general direction of Gibash and Wallace, finding neither. McBride has lost it to Van Bronckhorst. Kanchelskis. The pass behind Alberts. Now Van Bronckhorst, Tony Vidmar making a run. It's a well-paced pass, the cutback. Missed by everyone. Now counter-attacking possibilities for McInnesby. second bite at it. Losing out to Perini. In from Andrei Kanchelskis. The Perini header came off Wallace and cleared by Kernigan. In these conditions, any ball into the box is dangerous. This was the run of Vidmar on the end of a perfect pass from Van Bronckhorst. No takers. Esby's challenge against Perini. Vidmar leaves it to McCann. Albert, Bronckhorst, Perini. Through to the feet of Givarsh. Lays it off for Albert, short with the pass. Through from Van Bronckhorst. It was heading for Vidmar until McCann got there. Now Alberts. Struck it pretty well, but he couldn't keep it down. Useful opportunity this for Georges Alberts. He's been known to put these sort of chances away. And the shot flew into those empty seats behind the goal. Amoruso's header, chested down by McCann. Onto it was Alberts. Givarsh, good pass, Kanchelskis. Running at Gary Bolan. The momentum, meantime, out of the Rangers attack. They try again. Tony Vidmar, thinking about the shot. Well struck. Worth a crack, that. Vidmar has scored just once for Rangers this season, but hit the target there. Brody Grant tumbling over the leg of Lorenzo Amoruso. No complaint from the Rangers skipper. Free kick. Up goes Darren Dodds for the free kick. Brody Grant can't get control of the ball, doing his best to win it back. It's a Rangers counter-attack with Theo McCann. Ahead of him, Givarsh. Wallace getting there. Kanchelskis too. It's in for Rod Wallace. Good first touch. And that's the opening goal. It's Rod Wallace, his 25th of the season. Striking at his best. Rangers were quick on the counter-attack. It was a well-judged ball from McCann. Timed run by Wallace, and nothing much to fault about the finish either. 14 minutes gone in the second semi-final, and Rangers have the lead. Just the response Rangers were looking for after the disappointment of last Sunday. They're one up. Tony Vidmar, found by the pass of Alberts. Ball into the box, cut out by Darren Dodds. Alberts again. Sergio Perini. Perini again. Lots of room, lots of time. Breakdown in communication. The layoff from Givarsh, out of play. Here again is number 25 of the season for Rod Wallace. Chipped over the top of the St Johnstone defence. And yet another from Wallace. Clinical finish. And didn't Dick enjoy it? Bowen into Kane. Alberts almost got there. Darren Dodds, room to press forward. A well-struck effort. But Stefan Klos was always fairly happy. but it was skidding wide. There was space though opening up in front of him. St Johnstone just can't get to the ball. Back from McCann. Through Alberts to Van Bronckhorst. Rod Wallace available. He's in a lot of room. Now it's Kanchelskis. Good efforts from Andrei Kanchelskis. And good goalkeeping as well from Alan Main. It's a good stop to prevent St Johnstone going two behind. Cutting inside Kanchelskis, away from Bullen. And this was moving. Here's Stefan Givarch. And Rod Wallace alongside him. Back goes Dasovic. Clumsy tackle. A needless free kick given away here by St Johnstone. Signs of impatience about Dasovic there. What St Johnstone don't want to be doing is conceding a set piece in this sort of area. Hendry's up, Perini too. And Marusso has taken up the position not too far outside the penalty area. Over the ball, Alberts, Van Bronckhorst, Giovanni Van Bronckhorst! That's number 2, deflected in. This time a quiet look of satisfaction about Dick Advocat. 33 minutes are on the clock, and Rangers are 2 ahead. St Johnstone didn't pick up the threat here of Van Bronckhorst. He'd plenty time to pick his spot. And the deflection meant that Alan Main had no chance of stopping it. Tony Vidmar's on the move. But Rangers in no particular hurry. 2 goals up, and their control is almost total. That's for Vidmar. Vidmar's got it. The chance opening up for Tony Vidmar. It was a slip by Keith O'Halloran. Should have got it away. Saved by Main. Kanchelskis to Alberts. Alberts again, in for Wallace. Givarch. The 1-2 with Wallace. Sliced up in the air by Gary Bullen. This could be dangerous. In comes Tony Vidmar. Keith O'Halloran just stood and watched as Tony Vidmar climbed to win that header. Wallace and Givarch exchanging passes. Now George Alberts! What an effort that was! Rod Wallace blocked by Kernaghan. I'm surprised the goalposts are still there. So powerfully struck was that shot from Alberts. Alan Main could only look on in admiration, I think, as the ball flew past him and rattled back into play. Kernaghan, Simao won the header. Roddy Grant trying to control it. Unsuccessful. Wallace in the general direction of Kanchelskis. He stretched out his boot and fouled Gary Bullen. The half-time whistle goes. A contented Dick Advocat heads down the tunnel. It was Rod Wallace who gave Rangers the lead, and they've been on easy street ever since. It may have been Gary Bowen, it looked like Roddy Grant, who deflected Giovanni van Bronckhorst's shot into Alan Main's net for St Johnstone's second goal. This was number one. McCann set up Wallace, and he just doesn't miss them, does he? That was 25 for the season, and St Johnstone caught napping here. The exchange between Alberts and Van Bronckhorst, and deflected into the St Johnstone net. The thumbs up from Dick Advocat. Rangers going well. St Johnstone in big bother, outplayed, and that's an understatement. Half-time is St Johnstone 0, Rangers 2. Rangers get the match restarted. The Celtic Park attendance 20,664. Miserable, I think, is the best way to describe it for a cup semi-final. Miserable would also describe St Johnstone's first half performance. Credit though to Rangers, very much in control. So the Tennant Scottish Cup final on the 29th of May looks almost certain to be an Old Firm affair, unless St Johnstone can manage something fairly dramatic. Yesterday's match, Celtic against Dundee United, was one-sided, but it was nothing compared to this so far. Right at the start of the second half, Rangers have a free kick in a threatening position. Talking tactics, Alberts and Van Bronckhorst. Looking forward to some more action, the St Johnstone wall, and Alan Main as well. The wall did its job. Alberts for Kanchelskis. Headed away by Gary Bowen. Back with Perini. And Bronckhorst lining up the shot. Sliced well wide. But St Johnstone have been well warned about his shooting prowess. Nobody got near to him there. Jim Weir for Roddy Grant. Hendry won the header. Dasovic. Kane. And the Dodds. Kernaghan for McAnesby. Good turn. Showed too much of it though to Sergio Perini. Off the top of Boland's head. Spinning to Givarsh. Andrei Kanchelskis telling him where he wants the ball played. Now gets a chance almost. Out came Alan Main to claim it. The ball spun up in the air there, and it looked as if it might well offer itself to Kanchelskis, but it went the keeper's way. Unforced error that. The pass from Kloss. And Perini couldn't catch it. Stefan Givarsh is heading off. That's why it seemed to damage his ankle as he fell. The Rangers supporters remain unconvinced as to whether his acquisition from Newcastle will have long-term benefits. They're doubtful about that. May well depart the scene in the summer. Givarsh on in his place, and a warm reception for Jonathan Johansson. Dasovic, shot deflected. Simao tries to get there. Jim Weir, Roddy Grant piling in. Rangers a bit too casual inside their own penalty area. really needed to thump the ball out of the box there, trying to play a bit too much football and almost offering up a chance to St Johnstone. Off Kernigan. This was that glorious scramble inside the area. Van Bronckhorst tried to get it away. Grant and Weir both tried to make progress for St Johnstone. Roddy Grant hit the deck, but no great intention, I don't think, on Van Bronckhorst's part. Long ball from Alberts, and good header by Alan Main. It had to be his head because he was outside the area. Came off Keith O'Halloran. The McCanns are sprightly, even on the heaviest of surfaces like this one. And on the other flank for St Johnstone, they have to deal with the threat of Konchelskas. Amaruso through for McCann. Bronkhorst, Alberts. To Wallace. Johansson. Again toying with St Johnstone. Alberts fiercely hit. Saved by Main at the second attempt. I don't think many people inside the stadium were expecting the shot, but on target and powerfully struck. Beaten to it by Amaruso. Alberts through for Johansson. Jonathan Johansson. Chance for Rangers third. Saved by Main and hacked away by Boland. St Johnstone survive. That was a real chance for Johansson to stretch the Rangers lead. Well set up he was by Alberts. Alberts the set-up man again. Neil McCann's effort comes off the outside of the post. So twice in the space of 40 seconds, it might well have been St Johnstone 0, Rangers 3. Main got a touch there, and then looked back agonisingly as the ball came back off the post. And Main involved here as well with a good reflex stop against Johansson. That's the corner kick. Main in trouble. Johansson scores. It's 3-0 now. The Perth team again looking at each other in the penalty box, wondering how this was allowed to happen. It's a basic error by the goalkeeper, Alan Main. Came for it, really didn't get anywhere near it. Got the faintest of touches to it. His defenders weren't much help to him, and it was just tapped into the net by Jonathan Johansson. That's his 17th goal of the season. He started only 20 matches. It's a great strike ratio. Paul Kane. Miguel Simão. Chipped it over Stefan Klos. Sadly for him, he also chipped it beyond the crossbar. Shakes his head, he knows this was as good a chance as St Johnstone have had. But it's a day, it's an evening you get the feeling the Perth team would rather forget. George Alberts again very threatening. This time the pass cut out by Kernicke. Dasovic looking for Grant. Hendry was there first. Roddy Grant is one for St Johnstone, who will not give this up. Sergeant Perini to Andrei Kanchelskis. Wallace is with them, if he so desires, and Van Bronckhorst as well. Darting run from Johansson, dangerous ball in. Weir got his head to it, and up to claim it goes Alan Main. Vidmar and Perini were both lurking at the far post. This time St Johnstone managed to defend it properly. Van Bronckhorst's pass didn't find its way to Vidmar, and Tony Vidmar will be booked for pulling down Keith O'Halloran when he was off and running. Six white shirts lined up along the edge of the Rangers area. In from McInnesby. And it's Gary Boland. Deflected. Just as Van Bronckhorst's shot was deflected off Boland in the first half into Alan Main's net. Well hit this by Boland. And the pressure wins the corner kick. Good run this from Andrei Kanchelskis, right at the heart of the St Johnstone defence. Gets it back from Alberts. Neil McCann, right foot, number 4. It's all so easy for Rangers. 24 minutes gone in the second half, and it's celebration time again. Pushing the ball around, waiting there a moment, and the shot from McCann flew past Alan Main. It's Neil McCann's 6th goal for Rangers. And if there were any doubts about Rangers heading for the cup final, there aren't now. Kernicke, a dangerous pass, intercepted by Alberts. And as he tried to make up for his error, the foul on Neil McCann. That's what you call a professional foul. Alan Main, about to see number 5 flashing past him. Rangers have alternatives here. Amoruso, Van Bronckhorst and Alberts all behind the ball. It's Alberts! And it's a good stop by Alan Main. Stretched out his fingertips. And the shot flew over the top. Certainly knew what to expect here. It was another pile driver from Alberts. And a superb save. Nathan Lyons to Jim Weir. Stretching was Lyons, covering is Wilson. Out came Kloss. On the deck, Miguel Simao. Worth another look, that tangle involving Simao and Wilson. Time for one last surge towards the box. McInnes flicked it on. And out came Alan Main. And the 10th man of the match is Giovanni van Bronckhorst. And Dick Advocat will take Rangers into the Tennis Scottish Cup final against Celtic. Rod Wallace got them on their way. It was Van Bronckhorst who scored the second, deflected off Gary Boland. And in the second half, 2 more goals for Rangers, one for sub Jonathan Johansson and one for Neil McCann. You won't see too many more one-sided matches than this. Rangers were ahead after just 14 minutes when Wallace, set up by McCann, scored. Then it was Van Bronckhorst's effort, deflected past Main. 2 up at half-time. St Johnstone weren't in it. The mistake by Main set up Jonathan Johansson in the second half for number 3. And there was one still to come. Alberts with the square pass. And Neil McCann's shot flew through the legs of Alan Kernaghan and into the net. Thoroughly miserable evening for St Johnstone. They were never in it. Swept aside mercilessly by Rangers. And it's the first Old Firm final since 1989, when Joe Miller's goal won it for Celtic. It's Celtic against Rangers at New Look Hampden on the 29th of May. Final score at Celtic Park, St Johnstone 0, Rangers 4. Dick, just the response you were looking for after last week's defeat.
Well, we all knew how important it was after the 2 defeats we have had against Dundee and against St Johnstone. So there was only one challenge after last week, that was to win from St Johnstone and bring a good performance, and they did both.
Does it baffle you how it can be so different from one week to the next?
Yeah, but because still the league is for us the most important thing, and if you knew the commitment today, what they showed comparing with last week, yeah, that was a totally different situation. And again, they showed today, if the commitment is there, then we have a good squad.
You can't have too many complaints about the way Rangers played tonight, I imagine.
No, I think we played excellent football-wise, possession-wise, attacking-wise. We scored 4 goals, but again, I thought we had maybe 2-3 goals. We had the opportunity to score 2 or 3 goals more.
Sandy, are you shell-shocked?
I don't think so, Rob. You know, my fear before the game, I tried to say maybe tongue-in-cheek last week that, you know, hope we hadn't upset Rangers too much, but obviously we did. You know, we had a very good performance last week against them, and they've come back and obviously looked for revenge and really get stuck into us tonight and made it very hard for us.
They were very good, but your team really never got started.
I think, rather than criticise my own team, I would say that it was down to Rangers being very, very professional. As I've said before, I've spent a lot of money in the transfer market to buy the best players, and when you get the best players on the pitch tonight with the attitude they showed, then it's very difficult to play against them. So I think the credit's got to go to them.
So were your team okay then?
Yeah, but we weren't okay. We weren't allowed to play, and the 1 or 2 chances we got to pass the ball, we didn't do it as well as we normally do. But as I said, you know, I can't give Rangers enough credit because of the way they worked and made us work. And at the end of the day, they thoroughly deserved their victory tonight.
When you look at the Rangers team sheet, you are a frightening combination going forward, and tonight it all came together.
Yep, it all came together going forward. They scored 4 goals tonight. But as I say, it was just a pure team performance. I think the back boys were solid. The midfield was equally solid as well, and the link up as well. Not only going forward, but helping out the defenders. And all round, I think the gaffer was delighted with us.
How much do you look forward to a cup final against Celtic?
It's going to be a cracker, isn't it? Opening the Hampden, Old Firm final. I don't think they come much bigger than that, and the boys are really looking forward to it now.
How much are you looking forward to a final meeting with Celtic?
Well, I'm looking now forward to the game on Wednesday. As I said, it's now more important, and so far we reached another final in the first year that we are all here with the club, and that's an important thing. But again, the league is more important.